I want to talk a little bit about how I always wanted to cover this song.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
good
it's a-
because
it's
you
a-
are the one that suggested this song, isn't it? So
It's a very
good to
epic
tell a
song. I
story.
don't know how to put it, but I also don't want
That's it.
to.
One word, epic.
Yeah, it's a very epic song.
You know, when I first listened to this song, when Chris said, "Well, we had to do this song," I think the immediate thought I had was, "What a long song!" It was such a long song. But having listened to it and then going through the lyrics and actually like immersing into the song. I had to listen to it over and over again because every time I really immerse myself into the song, it just reveals like an onion, you know. It's like
It
peeling the
peels,
layers of the
yeah.
onion, and suddenly you just realize that, oh, this is the whole Bible
Yeah,
packed into one song.
Yeah, I think
It's like, what a perfect song it is, you know. The first time you hear it, it's like, oh, such a long song. I hope this is going to be an epic song, like, you know, one of those like epic progressive metal songs, you know, that goes on for like God knows however many minutes. And this one was, you know, no different, but it was a very basic arrangement. You know, it's nothing, you know, progressive or special about it, but you start reading the lyrics and my God, it's so beautiful.
I suppose it somehow can be paralleled with some of these songs from probably older times, whether it's in the 70s and 80s when people actually bothered to tell stories
yes.
through songs, isn't it? Not just Christian ones, even secular ones. You know, there was a time when people had more time to listen to stories
Yeah.
through songs, isn't it? And this is one of those rare examples because I think a lot of our songs nowadays are shortened to like 2.5 minute mark, and most would be 3 minutes.
Yes.
Right? But like you said, you guys, we did just about 8 minutes, huh?
Yeah, 8 minutes.
Yeah.
Including the rain and thunder. This was such a good idea. This actually adds the percussive element into the song.
Well, I can listen to the intro again and again and not feel tired of it. Well, I like the chord E minor. If you listen to the two layers, both of them work so well, right? The two layers of guitar, simple plucking. As a subtle start, it worked really well because you want to start very calm, very soft, and then slowly building up. The plucking again worked very well with the rain and the thunder. And I noticed that the thunder was just right before the singing, right?
Yeah,
The big one.
What I like about the two layers of strumming, what really came to the fore was actually in the chorus bit. Because what happened was that one layer of the guitar started sounding like a shaker.
Yeah.
And so like, I think you alluded to the percussive element to it. And I think this was, I don't know whether you planned it this way to be intentional in that kind of strumming, but it really had that effect in
Yeah.
the way that it came out in the recording. It had that motion.
We were discussing because we needed like a higher register
Yeah.
feel of the guitar, and you know we were just toying with a few patterns, and I thought when he did the continuous strumming and immediately you're right, the thought that came to mind was a shaker because the shaker is constant. So I needed something constant to carry the element of percussion during the chorus.
God of your promise, you don't speak in vain, no syllable empty. If it all reveals your nature so alive.
This is also when you start harmonizing. Yeah. You did the effect at the end.
The echo building up in the song. I just thought that it makes sense to just make a little difference in the second stanza with that octave. As a matter of fact, before I recorded those lines, hearing his voice alone with reverb on it already has hints of octave that you can hear. It's like a ghostly octave that you can hear in the background.
Okay.
So I thought that was where I got the idea that, might as well just make it prominent by actually putting it in the second verse.
Keeping in with the theme of layers, isn't it? So this is another layer vocally.
I was very troubled with whether or not to include percussions or any form of percussion into the song,
Yep.
like literal percussion, recording of a percussion,
Or even a drum track.
or a drum track, samples. And it didn't work. I tried a few, but it didn't work. I just thought that as it is, it already sounded good.
Yeah, it sounded full.
It sounded full. Everything that was already in there served its purpose.
Yeah, and I think we also had this discussion that we didn't want any other layer to actually distract from the vocal performance of the song, isn't it? So as we even went towards the end of the chorus, you see that it goes up to that next level, the volume, the body, the sustaining of your voice, right? Yeah, so I think the primary emphasis is to ensure that all of these layers of the instruments are like that supporting cast
Yeah,
for the message of the vocals.
100%.
Yeah.
I had no issues at all when I was editing his vocals. It was very easy to work with because every word that was sung with intent. It was subtle, but the power came through the words, not in the vocal performance. It did not need any like strong vocal performance like we did in What a Beautiful Name. Going into the instrumental bridge. Leading to it, there was this vocal layoff into the instrumental bridge, where I just intentionally put a little echo on Chris's eye. That was quite nice, I thought.
Thanks to that effect, it makes it sound really, epic.
Thinking of a Chinese song right now. So. Okay, let's not go there.
It's a very warm sounding piano.
Okay.
Yeah.
You chase down my heart through all of my failures.
On this part, I actually sing through. Yeah. So just to contrast from the other stanza.
This is the part where I said you use a G chord instead.
As you speak,
This sound reminds me of the Doogie Howser TV series.
Oh,
The
okay.
theme song
Yes,
is this
yes.
keyboard sound.
Yes.
So I don't know where I hear that from. Doogie Howser.
Yeah.
That constant rhythm on the keys that you put.
2 notes only.
It's just
Yeah.
2 notes, but I felt it really complemented your not only the strumming of the guitar, but it again provided that body, of like a rhythm for the song.
Yeah.
So if again no drums, don't need it. You've got this as that constant thing. It's almost like raindrops in constant tempo. Yeah, exactly. So I like that. Yeah.
I can listen to it over and over again without getting bored.
It's a nice discovery on my part when I was looking for the right sound, the right piano. It needed to be a piano sort of sound. I knew at the back of my head that it has to sound warm, and it has to sound like the tone has to be right.
I like the vocal bit whereby it almost gave me this image whenever he was singing through that last chorus. Then you kept on having that refrain of "So will I,
Yes.
so will I." So it's like weaving through all of that chorus by the echo, like "I'll do it, I'll do it, I'll respond to it."
Exactly.
So it felt like a very nice dance,
At the last chorus,
It felt joyful,
So from a more sober tone to a bright tone, isn't it? The end,
somber to bright.
Yeah, the E minor to the G. To the
Yes.
G, yeah. So we hope you've enjoyed this walkthrough of the song "So Will I," where we've unpacked the different approaches to song arrangement and even the way we sing, including the instruments that we've utilized. Do hit the subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, let us know what you think actually, even in the comment section below. And finally, look out for the videos that are coming up on the left or on the right. Take care.
Just one more take.
Yep.
Hit
Getting
the
there.
subscribe button.
Yeah, stop hitting us. Yeah. What was
Hit
obsessed
us
with them?
on the
Hit us
subscribe.
up. Hit us up. It's an American slang, you know. Hit me up. Yeah, hit me up. It's
me
American
up.
slang. Yeah.
For you, go.
No, that's a different. That's not American. that's UK guy. Okay.